Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to week 17 of Sam vs. Madden. Last week during week 16, me and Madden both went 10-6. Current records are currently on the screen. Alright, so starting this week, Thursday Night Football, the Browns beat the Jets 37-20. Madden predicted they'd win 20-17, and I predicted the Browns would win 24-13. So both me and Madden got the prediction right that the Browns would win. And starting off this video, Lions versus Cowboys is up first, and I have the Lions winning 23-20. They've just been playing way better football than the Cowboys, and the Cowboys' run defense has been horrible, and the Lions love to run the ball, so they'll definitely look to do that. Well, we'll see what Madden thinks about this, as right now it's 14-5, and it looks like there's not a whole lot of scoring so far. Cowboys do score a touchdown. Lions score, make it a one-score game. And it looks like the Cowboys will hang on for a win of 20-12 in a game that is very low scoring, which, I mean, I guess that could happen if Micah Parsons is able to stop the run game of the Lions. We'll just have to see how this, game plays out, because this one's definitely going to be a fun one to watch. Alright, our next game is going to be an AFC East matchup between the Patriots and Bills. I have the Bills winning 20-17. Patriots able to beat the Broncos last week, and the Bills able to beat the Chargers last week. And if the Bills can win this game, they can stay alive for their division. And they would probably clinch a playoff spot too with a win here. So we'll see if the Bills are able to get it done. As right now, Patriots are actually up 14-10. And the Bills do score a touchdown and go up by 3. And it looks like they will hang on for a 17-14 victory over the Patriots. And I definitely see the Bills winning this game just because they're a way more talented team. And they just have been playing more inspired football this year. It's just plain and simple as that. Alright, our next game is going to be an NFC matchup between the Falcons and Bears. I have the Bears winning 29-23. This game could honestly go either way. Falcons trying to win the NFC South with a win here. Bears trying to stay alive for a wild card. And, both these teams basically have to win here to stay alive. And whoever loses is pretty much eliminated from the playoffs. As these teams, they've got their talent, but they've just still kind of struggled. As the Bears will take this one 13-10. And I would assume stay alive for the wild card because the NFC is very weak this year. And this would most likely eliminate the Falcons from playoff contention. But yeah, we'll see what happens during the week. But yeah, Madden thinks the Bears win 13-10. Alright, our next game is going to be between the Raiders and Colts. I have the Colts winning 31-24. I just think they're a way better team than the Raiders. And I think Shane Steichen is one hell of a head coach. And the Raiders, they played all right. They beat the Chiefs last week. The Colts, they won last week too. And yeah, both these teams just looking to keep winning. Or no, wait, the Colts lost last week. They lost to the Falcons. I'm an idiot. Okay, yeah. So the Colts trying to get back on track, and Madden thinks that they will. As right now, the Colts win 20-17, according to Madden. I guess I forgot the Colts lost, so they're trying to rebound. And if they win here, that could really solidify them making the playoffs or not. They could even win their division, too, because they're tied. There's a three-way tie there. Anyway, our next game is going to be between the Rams and the Giants. I have the Rams winning 27-10. Giants are eliminated from the playoffs officially. Rams are in the playoffs right now. They haven't clinched, but they are in it, so they want to keep that momentum going with a win here. And I definitely think they will because the Giants don't have a great roster, and the Rams have a pretty solid roster with Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp, Matthew Stafford, Aaron Donald. They've got pieces to build around, and the Giants are basically saying that I'm a moron and don't know what I'm talking about because they just beat the Rams 24-17. And I don't think that's going to happen just because, I guess it's at the Giants, but there's no way the Rams drop this game. Anything could happen. It's Sunday football, but yeah, no, Rams, I think they'll definitely win that game. All right, next game is Cardinals and Eagles. I have the Eagles winning 24-10. Eagles have looked pretty bad as of late, despite their record. They've been playing kind of bad this last month. And I still think they'll win this game against the Cardinals, but I could see them making it way closer than it needs to be, because the Eagles, they're on fraud watch right now because they don't look very good. And right now they're losing to the Cardinals, as right now it's a tie game. And it looks like Madden has the Cardinals upsetting the Eagles 27-24. And, I don't think the Eagles will drop this game, but at the same time, I honestly would not be surprised. The Eagles have looked they have not looked the same this year. I could see them losing in the first round. That's how bad they look. They just don't look the same as they did last year. All right, our next game's going to be between the Saints and the Bucks, and I have the Bucks winning 28-19. And don't fact check me on this, but I think if the Bucks win here, they could potentially seal the division. So the Saints obviously have to win for that, and the Bucks would like to win here to clinch their division, because right now they're 8-7. And they're in sole possession of first place so far. And a win here would most likely solidify that, as it looks like Madden has other plans for the Bucks as the Saints win this one 17-14. And they keep their slim hopes of making the playoffs and winning the division alive. We'll see what happens in this NFC South, because really anything could happen here as the Saints win this one. All right, our next game's going to be between the 49ers and Commanders. And the 49ers are winning 34-6. I'm not predicting this, I'm telling you this. There's no way in hell the 49ers lose this game. They've got one of the most talented rosters I've ever seen as an NFL fan, and the Commanders are 4-11. And this game's going to be a bloodbath. So, Commanders fans, I don't even know if you should bother watching this game. I'm sure you will because, it's your team, but I would advise against it, as the 49ers basically proving my point as they beat the Commanders 38-7 in a game that, you basically know what's going to happen in this game. Unless some wild upset occurs, this is basically what's going to happen. All right, our next game's going to be between the Panthers and Jags. And I got the Jags winning 27-24. Now, this one's interesting because the Panthers are technically the worst team in the NFL, and the Jags should theoretically win this game by a lot. But the Jags haven't looked the same as they usually do, or I guess they looked last year, as we'll see if they can win this game. But I definitely think it'll be closer than it should be, as right now the Panthers are actually winning this game 20-13. And it looks like they'll hang on as the Jags drop an embarrassing game to the Panthers. And, this would be pretty embarrassing if this actually happened. And this would most likely make it so they can't win their division either. So this is a must-win game for the Jags, and we'll see if they can win, but Madden thinks not. All right, this game's going to be very interesting. Dolphins and Ravens is up. I have the Ravens 33-27. This game should be really entertaining because you got two teams fighting for the 1 seed in the AFC, and you just got, two high-powered offenses in this battle. And this is going to be a fun one. I just think the Ravens are a more balanced team, and they currently have the 1 seed, and I'm pretty sure they would clinch it if they win here. And it looks like Madden thinks that they will do just that as they beat the Dolphins 28-16. And the Dolphins, I think they're good, but they can't really beat good teams as much as you would like them to. As I think this is the literal definition of a game that they just cannot win. They could, but I don't see it happening. All right, our next game, which is actually our final 1 o'clock game, so between the Titans and Texans. I have the Texans winning 10-7, and it looks like CJ Stroud is not going to be playing again for the 3rd straight week. And I don't know how good they're going to look. I definitely still think they're going to win just because the Titans look completely terrible this year. But I think they're going to make this closer just because of what the circumstance there is. As right now, they are only down by 3 after being down by 17, but the Titans are able to hang on, as it looks like, according to Madden, the Titans will beat the Texans and the Panthers will beat the Jags, as the Titans win 27-24. And if this were to actually happen, the Colts would actually be ahead in the division after this week. Anyway, 4 o'clock games between the Steelers and Seahawks. I have the Steelers winning 13-10. And I have no logic to back this up. The Steelers are one of those weird teams that are just the most unpredictable team ever. So, yeah, Steelers are going to win just because Steeler football. They're going to have over 8 wins. They're going to have a positive record. And, I mean, I don't know. It's at home for the Seahawks, so they could win. But Mike Tomlin will not have a losing season. That's just his rule. He's not going to, evolve as a coach. He's just going to have a winning season year after year. And Madden seems to agree as the Steelers win this one 14-6. And Mike Tomlin would solidify his next winning season in a row for like the billionth year in a row. And yeah, we'll see how that plays out. Chargers, Broncos, and oh boy. I think the Broncos will win 17-16. And I don't even know what to say about this game, because Russ is not going to be playing in this game for whatever reason. We just lost to the Patriots. And yeah, we could technically still make the playoffs, but at the same time, we're screwed. We fucked ourselves right now because we had to lose to the goddamn Patriots. But here we are, winning a meaningless game pretty much because we're not making the playoffs. And I don't care what anyone says, 38-0. I don't even know what to feel. Russ shouldn't be on the field because we're benching him because of his contract situation. Oh, I hate being a Broncos fan so much. Okay, let's move on. Next game, Bengals and Chiefs is up, and I have the Bengals winning 23-10. And the Chiefs have looked pretty bad this year compared to their usual standards. They just lost to the Raiders. And they lost to a team where their quarterback only had 62 passing yards. So that's a pretty embarrassing loss. Bengals just lost to the Steelers by about 23 points. And, I mean, I just think they've looked way better than the Chiefs. And Madden disagrees with me. He's saying the Chiefs are going to win 34-10. And, I mean, I don't even know what to say about this because they could, but I just don't see it because the Chiefs have not given me any reason to think that they're going to, run the table or anything. They just don't look good. All right, our final game is going to be our Sunday night game between the Packers and Vikings. I have the Vikings winning 17-14. If I'm not mistaken, I think both these teams have the same record. And I think basically this is another one of those games where if a team wins, they stay alive for the playoffs. And if a team loses, they're basically eliminated. So this game is basically a playoff game for both of these teams. As right now the Packers are up 17-13, 24-13 now, as it looks like they're going to win. As they do just that, as they win 24-16. And yeah, I mean, I definitely think that's going to happen. It's at home, and they already beat the Packers earlier this year, too. I think Justin Jefferson's going to give the Packers defense some fits. And yeah, we could see what happens here. Could go either way, obviously, but I think that's what's going to happen, and I'll see you after Week 17.